Hey gang, out for a little commute to a party and had a minute. Thought I'd throw on a video. We did get that snow last night. So just wanted to piggyback off of yesterday's post and about how we sometimes find ourselves saying that we're not competitive. And more importantly for this post, about how sometimes our words we use, the things we think in our head is meant to keep us safe. And there's it's all based around fear, right? And there's physical fear. Hey, if you're out rock climbing, and you've kind of got above and beyond your ability rock climbing, fear is going to set in and it's going to keep you safe and it's going to help you turn around. That's a good thing. Mentally though, our brain is designed to keep us safe as well. And so I want to throw down a little challenge today. This week, I want you to, either when you're out running or maybe when you have time for yourself, start thinking about next year, 2020. What's that big goal of yours? What are you thinking about? What's that big goal you've always thought about that, hey, there's never been the right time for it? So spend this week thinking about that big goal, that one big run goal that you want to tackle, and keep it that simple. But as you think about that goal, and make it big, make it something that you really, really want to achieve without any judgment whether you think you can or not. And as you start to have these thoughts of doing this goal, of tackling this goal, I want you to start to see what happens. Start to see what thoughts kind of start circulating in your head, or even the words you use, and maybe from a negative standpoint of how you start to think of these goals, but then your brain will counteract that and say, well, I don't know if I have enough time for that, or I could never do that. Just start to be aware of all that mental chatter that's thrown back at yourself when you start thinking big, and how those negative thoughts, and maybe you don't even realize they're negative, but they're thoughts that's going to stop you from maybe thinking further and putting one foot in front of the other to reach that goal. So again, start to see how your thoughts keep yourself safe, because it's human nature. We all do this. It's human nature to want to know what's going to happen if we're going to start to tackle a goal. Hey, if you're going to do a marathon or your first ultra marathon, whatever it is, your first 5K, whatever it is, make it big. Start thinking big, but start to see how we want to know what's going to happen before we start to train for it. And that's the brain keeping yourself safe and keeping yourself from actually going through the motions of tackling and training for that goal. So just practice that this week. Think of a big goal, constantly think about it throughout the week, and start to be aware of how you start talking yourself out of doing this big goal for next year. Because it's not important what we think, it's the awareness that we have after we think. So then we can go beyond those thoughts and put things into action. So it's not important what we think, it's what we do after we think. So just try it. Let that be your workout this week. So big thoughts, big goals, and see how your brain counteracts that and slows you down and ultimately helps you to stay safe. We want that fear. We want to be scared of a big goal. It's human nature to be fearful of that and to be nervous about it. That's necessary. It's all necessary, but we can go beyond and start being aware of the thoughts that stop us from actually putting it into action. So, all right, Monday's coming. Have a good week. See you later.